Hi, my name is Krista with the Balancing Menieres and the Menieres Acceptance Club, and I am doing a series of videos about these three pillars of managing Meniere's disease: diet, water, and managing stress. And today I want to talk about one of the important aspects of managing stress, and that is that anything that we look at, our perspective, our opinions about what is good, what is evil, who we like, who we don't like, it's influenced how we feel physically and how we feel emotionally. If you pay, notice how, when you wake up and you know it's going to be a bad day, everything is just, it's crappy. The people you love become annoying. The duties or errands that you have to do, they become these big, heavy things that you have to carry around. And so what happens is that we believe our opinions, but we don't realize that our opinions are coming from our emotions or how we're feeling physically. And so what I want to do is just talk a little bit about how we make the right decision and knowing what state we're making the decision from. If I wake up and I've had a cold the last couple of days, and so if I have important decisions to make, especially decisions that have to do with my health and well-being, I don't want to do it when I'm feeling bad. And so what you do is you just encourage a state of knowing how you feel when you have the decision in front of you that you have to make. You just say, I have to make this decision. What state am I in? How did I wake up this morning? And it's important to know there's an order of dealing with emotions, stress, decisions, so that it's always turning into forward movement and feeling better emotionally and healthy and physically. And so the rule of thumb is that you always manage emotions first before you engage. And engaging is making a decision, having important conversations with people. So you deal with the emotion first. So how does a person do that? The way it's done is that, first of all, we always know how we feel. A lot of times we don't acknowledge how we feel, but we're almost always aware that we're not feeling right. We have a vague sense of anxiety. We have a vague sense of dread. So what you do is you say, today I either have to go to work, I have to get a lot of errands done, I have to be with my family today. The world is going to call on me and I don't feel well emotionally. And so what you do is you deal with the emotions first before you engage into the world. And it is a lot easier than it seems at first. And the way you do it is you label the emotion. You say, I feel angry, or I feel incapable, or I'm just not in the mood, right? And you acknowledge it without going to any kind of responsibility or blame for that emotion. So you're not saying I feel angry because, and then have this long list of stuff that you feel like you can't do anything about. You just say, I just feel angry, or I feel anxious, not because, I'm sure there's a lot of reasons for it. We all have it. But to clear the emotion, you say, you know what, I just feel anxious. And then you sit with it. And it's a practice, but how you begin to get a handle on these emotions is you label it, and then you locate where it is in your physical body, because emotions are expressed, they're a physical experience. So you don't reason them out, you sit with them and you breathe into them. So you say, all right, I have stuff I got to do today, and my emotions are bothering me. You label the emotion, you sit with it for just a minute, and you breathe into it without blaming anybody, especially yourself. just breathe into it. Easy breathing in, easy breathing out. Give it about 10 or 15 minutes. If it doesn't clear, that's okay. This is a practice. I say that stress is the most important pillar of managing Meniere's because it can seem not as clear as, everybody knows that we don't want to eat a whole pizza. Everybody knows that we need to drink water, but not everybody knows how to clear these emotions that can trigger attacks. And so the practice is knowing that before I engage, I become aware of how I feel emotionally. Before I engage, I acknowledge how I'm feeling by giving it one or two words to label it. I feel lonely, estranged, anxious, incapable, right? No blame anywhere. And then you sit with it and you breathe into it. If you can pinpoint where in your body that emotion lives, a lot of times it's in panic can be in the chest a lot. It can be in the stomach a lot. So after you label it, you breathe into it, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. In the experience of reducing stress and clearing some of these really difficult emotions like anxiety and panic attacks, what you find is that your breath is your grounding source, kind of like a lightning rod, right? So much electricity is going on in the atmosphere, and if you stand by the lightning rod, you're probably not going to get hit by lightning because it's going to go into that metal pole. So in the electricity of panic and all of these thoughts that are so hard to control, your lightning rod is your breath because it's always with you. If you're on the highway and you have a panic attack, your breathing is with you. You go in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Label the emotion. Know that that you want to clear emotions as much as you can, acknowledge them before you engage. Know how to acknowledge them. Engage at your own terms, on your own terms, at your own pace. This is a practice. I wanted to shoot a video real quick to give you one example of the practice of clearing some of these emotions in the pillar of the stress area in successful management of Meniere's. If you can imagine or remember the last time that you felt that you had a sense of well-being, that you felt that you were able and free to be your authentic self, you probably had a lot fewer symptoms. So I'm going to leave you with that today. If you do practice, I would love to know how it works for you. If you want to come back and leave a comment on how it works for you or what you're experiencing in the area of stress, daily stress, and Meniere's disease, I'd love to hear about it. And if you do want the one-on-one help and coaching, mentoring, I do have room for clients right now. I'm saying that because if anybody does want that, I want you to know that that's available to you. I'm going to leave the link for my personal calendar to book a session if you want that. Other than that, I hope you're having a really good Tuesday. We are going into 2019. Christmas already seems like a lifetime ago. But I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you on the next round.